Hi, Wallace.
Hi, Michelle, and welcome to
Good for you.
Good for you, man. Good for you. Good for you.
Good for you, a podcast about the things we ghosted, the purchases that haunt us, where we talk about the things that are happening in pop culture, the ones that got away, the things in our cart that are haunting us or ghosting us, our strong opinions.
that are loosely held. We like to call this the Grex,
The group text.
the group text in your ear, where friends don't let friends
Get scammed. How are you?
Pretty good.
Just living.
Just living. How you doing?
You know, I'm good.
Hanging.
I'm excited to drink this drink.
Let's do it.
Wow, you really sealed it up tight.
Okay, it is my drink pick of the week, and here we go. Oh, caramel. Oh, these are quite foamy.
I'm smelling sort of a tropical, sort of like a Hawaiian punch maybe flavor.
I gave a little douche to my laptop.
Nice. Okay. Okay, I'm going to go for my first sip.
Ew, I'm drinking out of, just for reference, we had to get creative. I asked Michelle to bring tape because I had no more tape at home. And the point is that every time we do a drink of the week, we're covering the bottles.
It's a blind test.
It's a blind tasting test.
Yes.
And so Michelle gracefully handed me 2 doggy poop eggs and some washi tape.
They're clean.
Just as an interesting oral experience.
Yeah. This is not sweet.
You're like, I don't like it.
No, I like it. But I'm like, okay, this is not sweet. So I'm going to guess it's kind of pinkish. I can see it's like.
You looked at me like, how dare you give me something not sweet.
No. I like it. I'm just like, what is this flavor? I'm feeling like this is like maybe a passion fruit flavor. Is this like a tea?
Good guess.
It's bubbly.
Yes, it is bubbly.
And it's in like a soda can.
It's in a regular soda can. What flavors do you taste?
I taste
forget.
tropical flavors. Like, oh, maybe hibiscus?
I believe yours has hibiscus, correct?
Okay,
The
cool. Can I unwrap?
Yes.
I'm so excited. This is like Christmas. Ah! My Yeti call. I was wondering if this is what it was. Okay. This is a sparkling botanical by Rishi grapefruit quince. Okay, I was kind of close with the orange. Grapefruit, hibiscus, yuzu, and quince. Oh,
I love yuzu in a drink.
yeah, I liked it.
Mine
You
is
got yourself a turmeric one?
golden berries, lemon, turmeric, cardamom, dried lime, black lemon, eucalyptus, black pepper, and saffron. It's quite fancy, this drink.
Wow. Yeah, that's got a lot. Mine's not that. Quince, hibiscus, orange peel, lemongrass, strawberry, grapefruit peel, yuzu, and natural grapefruit extract. I really like it.
You would buy again?
Yeah, I like this flavor. I was kind of wondering if it was this drink.
How many saffron strands out of 5 would you give it?
You know, saffron is like worth more than gold.
Yes.
I would give this like 4.5 saffron strands.
You trading saffron?
Yeah.
You know, saffron
Yeah,
biz?
exactly. That's my I was gonna say day job. What if this was my night job?
Girl doesn't sleep.
Club, another club,
None of
no
us.
sleep.
I like the overall composition.
Yeah, it's very like cute.
I like the branding. Nice price point. Good texture.
How many monies?
2 something. Yeah, but I would not get the turmeric flavor again. That's just not my steez. But
Yeah.
the reason I chose these 2 is because they're not caffeinated. They have other ones that are black tea or green tea, which would probably be delicious, but I didn't need any more caffeine today.
Me neither. Great. I'm gonna drink this the whole time, as opposed to last week, which I could not get more than 2 sips in.
Oh, yeah.
You drank your whole one last time, right?
I'm a drink girl. I'll drink whatever's in front of me.
Hikma water.
I drink copious amounts of liquids.
I must have at least 2 beverages within my reach at all times.
Do me a favor. Don't do me no favors. Don't talk to me until I have my morning coffee. Don't talk to me until I have my morning coffee.
That's a fresh-looking Nalgene.
Yeah, it's a wide mouth boy with a little straw. Look at that.
Built-in
Look
straw.
at that pop up. Yeah.
Oh,
It's like sport. But you know, the problem with this one, I was telling Ethan, it's not big enough. It's only 24 ounces. I need
It's not.
32.
You need to get one of these bad boys.
Yes, I do.
This is,
With
32.
the little lip.
Little mouth.
They've actually stopped making those.
Okay, I was telling this to dear friend of the pod, Josh, and he was very upset because this is his favorite style.
Well, Josh, have I got some good news for you? We may have copped 200 of the last ones that are made.
Wait, why are they discontinuing it?
They must not do well. You know?
Are you kidding? We're trying to bring them back.
You know, based on our poll on Instagram, our very scientific poll on Instagram, people seem to love Hydroflask.
Hydroflask right now is winning in the bracket.
People like a cold or warm option. They like insulation.
People go hard.
People go hard. And some liked Nalgene, but the BPA thing was an issue. But I don't think that Nalgene has BPA in it. I think it's BPA free.
Yeah, there was a whole thing about that because they had to go BPA free a few years ago.
Come on.
Yeah.
It's
but
like that's like making a makeup company that's not clean.
it's not clean or green.
You can do it.
But I do feel like there's probably some other terrible plastics in it.
For sure, but there's also got to be some like horrible plastics in Hydroflask.
Okay, well, hot tip, if you like to go camping or ever find yourself with a Nalgene and are extremely cold, a Nalgene once saved my life in the Grand Canyon.
Wait, what? Sorry, what?
I was camping with friends and they were expert campers. I brought the right stuff, but was not prepared for how cold it was going to get in the Grand Canyon.
It gets really cold.
Yeah.
There.
It does. And it was November, so it wasn't the warmest time.
Oh,
and
it snows.
Yeah.
It's snowing.
Yeah. So I was like, I'm going to die tonight by frost. I was so cold. And I was having a little too much pride and I didn't want to say anything.
Of course. No.
Because I was like, I'm a good camper.
completely.
I'm not that cold.
I'm not a regular girl. I'm a cool camping girl.
Yeah.
I don't complain about anything. I'm good.
And my friends had already given me like their extra sleeping bag. And I was just like in the tent shivering. And at one point, I think they heard me. They're like, Wallace, are you okay?
Your teeth are just like...
Yeah. They were like, you can boil water and stick it in your Nalgene and it'll heat up your whole sleeping bag like a hot stone and it'll stay warm all night.
Wow.
And I did that and it fucking saved me. It made a little sauna.
Wow.
And now every time I've gone camping,
so you can
I've
put
done
boiling hot water in a Nalgene?
Mm-hmm. Probably
Wow.
bad for
Probably
it.
horrible for it.
But I
that
have
saved your life.
I have a special one just for that I keep in my camping box.
Just for boiling water. Okay,
Yeah.
that's cool.
And it worked like a charm.
Okay.
And they're lighter than Hydroflask.
Yeah.
So that's a camping tip. If you end up camping and have a Nalgene.
Wow, you probably just saved someone's life.
Godspeed camping in the Grand Canyon.
Yeah, good luck. I always wanted to camp in the Grand Canyon, and I'd never been before until mid-COVID when we drove across the country and we stopped there. And the one time I was going to go, I wanted to go by myself around my birthday, and like I was planning the trip. And there was some crazy snow thing that happened, and a whole family of like 5 people froze to death in a car outside the Grand Canyon. And I was like, I feel like
this is
maybe
so
this isn't
sad.
for me. You know, like maybe I don't need to do that. Yeah, they got stuck, and then it was like horrible tragedy. But
So never travel without an Nalgene. Is the moral of the story.
basically, you probably have a Nalgene and Hydroflask.
Clearly, they weren't prepared.
But can you have too many? You can't have too many water bottles.
Well, you can have too many of the wrong kind.
Exactly, of swell bottles.
Yeah. Fucking swell.
I don't think I can control myself.
Okay, I have a tiny hill that I would roll down.
Not a Grand Canyon, but more like a petite.
A foothill, if you will.
Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah. What is it?
Therapy can really fuck up your day if you don't do it at the right time of day.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to figure out what's the right time. The other day I had it in the morning, and
What time in the morning?
I think it was at 12. So that's noon. That's not the morning. Whoops, it was a late day. But it kind of fucked up my day because it was one of those where you're like, I'm totally fine. Everything's great. I have nothing to talk about. And then you leave crying.
Yep.
And you're like, what? Where did that come from?
And then like 15 minutes later, you have to be in a meeting.
Yeah. And the rest of the day, I'm fucked.
Yeah.
So what's the optimal time?
Well, yeah, now that you can like, you don't have to go into your therapist's office. You can just do it remotely. Actually, are you ever going to go back to your therapist?
I never went in person. I feel like I can't now. It'd be too weird.
Yeah.
My current therapist, I've only met him over Zoom.
Yeah. It does change things because I used to have a therapy routine where I'd like go at 9 a.m. and then I'd like go get myself a coffee. You need the
That's
the
so nice.
unwind time.
You do.
You know, even if it's just a drive.
Decompress.
Yeah. Wipe off your mascara tears, blow your nose, get yourself situated. But now I go at like 11 a.m. for both my therapies, couples therapy and solo time.
Maybe that's good because it's kind of like a break. You do a bunch of work and stuff before then already.
Yeah,
so
and then I
you need a
usually
break.
I feel like I have like a lunch hour afterwards, so
Yeah.
I can kind of like relax back, ease back into my day. But 12 was kind of tough because it's like your lunch hour.
Yeah, I think 11's good. I have been also trying 3 o'clock, but I think it kind of needs to be 4 because 3 is still.
3 is like still your work day.
Yeah.
I still like will do work at this time.
Yeah,
you know, I'm not
exactly.
like totally brain dead.
It's not witching hour.
Yeah, exactly. Right. It's not past 3:30.
Yeah.
Like 4, no brains. Smooth brain only. Just vibes.
Slow girl brain.
Exactly. That's a good question. I mean, does your therapy time prevent you from being able to go deep, do you think?
Yeah, I think so, because I'm kind of like, oh, this is so inconvenient in my day. But
Yeah.
you have to also work with the therapist schedule. It's not like you can just be like, this is the time I want.
Right.
Everyone has similar times that they want mostly.
Yeah. I also, growing up in my that, I mean, like in my 20s in New York, when people would be like, oh, I'm going to therapy. It's like, when? When do you go to therapy?
Yeah.
Like, I'm working all the time.
Yeah.
How do you... I have like 7 p.m. free.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
And
Who's on?
and like 7 a.m. and like that's it.
Actually, my therapist does have 7 p.m. Slots, but I'm like, that's too late for me.
That's super late.
Because then
I
I'm like
wonder if
going to bed traumatized.
Right.
Wow,
I do-
clearly it's not going well.
I wonder if that would be like nice though. Kind of like coaching.
Maybe.
I feel like coaching sometimes. I used to go to a coach at like late at night.
In the evening, yeah. Maybe
Yeah.
I need to switch it up because 3 o'clock?
No dice.
No.
That's one good thing I think about Zoom therapy is that it makes it so much more accessible to so many more people.
It's true. I also wonder about going back in person, though. I'm not opposed to it if it's close to me and it's convenient, because I do think there's something interesting about reading body language and those cues that we miss.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I would trade that for the convenience of Zoom, because you can actually do it anywhere.
Right. So
Well, let us know.
therapy.
Are you going back IRL? Are you staying on Zoom? What time do you meet? Do you do therapy?
Yeah. Do you even go? Do you even therapy, bro? How often do you go?
I love a therapy tip.
I love when people talk about therapy. My therapy tip is you should go to couples therapy before you need to go to couples therapy.
I agree. But I guess I also feel that you don't need to go forever. I feel like it's
No.
helpful for periods of time in your relationship.
Definitely.
But that's just been my experience.
Yeah, no, I would agree with you on that. I think you need to go during like certain moments. But whenever Ethan and I say we go to couples therapy, people are like, "Are you guys okay? I thought you
Oh,
guys were
really?
like really happy."
Ah.
we are really happy.
I feel like it's becoming less
I
stigmatized.
think it's our generation
yeah.
because we know that like a lot of our relationship upbringing was unhealthy, like how we formed our relationships. And we're
Right.
like, okay, I know the wrong way to do things, but I don't
Yes.
exactly know the right way to do things.
Yes.
Someone else could help us out here.
And it is a little privileged to go to both.
Oh my God. Yeah. And I switch every other week. I go to my own therapy twice a month and I go to couples therapy twice a month.
Oh, that's a good way to do it.
Yeah. Otherwise,
like
it would
that.
just be like
Too much.
That's just like too much navel gazing time for me. I'm like, I don't want to think about myself for that long.
No, it's a lot of time to talk about yourself. I'm
Yeah.
like,
What is there to talk about?
Yeah.
Nothing
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
Guess what? It grows the economy. Benefits everybody. Hurts nobody.
Okay.
Oh my
Guess what I
goodness.
downloaded this week?
Vivu.
Spoiler. Yes. But also, I downloaded Newly Thrift.
Oh, okay. I only downloaded it like today to look at it.
Newly Thrift?
Yes.
What did it remind you of? What'd you think?
It reminded me of anthropology.
Oh, okay. Interesting. What about the UX? User
Well-
experience for those of you who do not know UX UI.
One feature I really enjoyed about it, which most apps don't have, is you can browse as a guest. You're always prompted to create an account on every motherfucking
Which you hate.
thing possible. Oh, you need to buy a toothbrush at 7-Eleven. Can we just take all your information, please? Like,
What's your
God
social?
dang it. Exactly. Just sign your life away for a roll of toilet paper. So I appreciated that on Newly, you could browse as a guest without making an account yet. So points for them. When I was browsing, my first feeling was this looks like very anthropology vibes.
I mean, you know
I don't know
what
anything
Newly
about
comes
Newly.
from, right?
No, I don't know
Oh,
anything about them.
dude. So, urban brands
Okay.
of Anthropology, Urban Outfitters, Free People,
Yes.
they run Newly. So Newly is Urban Brand's version of Rent the Runway. And
Right,
Newly
right.
started in 2019, I
Oh,
think,
okay.
like right before the pandemic.
Mm.
And it was their response to Rent the Runway because Rent the Runway basically is like an elder millennial sort of demographic. That's who they were talking to. And I think it's so interesting that they have created Newly Thrift. So Newly is the subscription service to rent clothes. For $88 a month, I think you
Smart.
get like 8 pieces of clothing that you can rent for the month and then you send them back. If you don't send them back, you get to keep them and you can continue to wear them. Or you can buy them at a discounted rate. So the brands that Urban, the holding company above Newly, uses are their in-house brands, which of which are Anthropology, of course, and everything that Anthro carries.
Yeah.
Urban, everything that Urban carries. Free People, but also the brands within those brands.
Yeah.
So like BDG, right? Like the jeans from Urban Outfitters. So they have all these basically micro brands within those companies too that they're feeding into Newly. Is such a smart business because the returns on things like at Urban Outfitters
Yeah.
and Anthropologie are what lose them so much money. So they can take those returned
Also,
items.
they will take any return.
Yeah. Really?
For a while, Urban Outfitters was so lax with their returns.
Probably because people were stealing shit all the time. They're like, we'll just take anything you'll bring up.
Yeah, all of my friends who are in costume design and styling for film, they would just be like, Urban will take anything back.
Really?
Yeah, because they do that a lot because sometimes it actually doesn't get worn or something is tried on once.
Right. Okay, that even deepens this conspiracy that I have,
Yes.
which is basically like Bestie, Rent the Runway. Are you guys okay?
No.
I wouldn't wish that upon my worst enemy unless, of course, we're talking about my enemy, Gwyneth Paltrow. Fuck you, Gwyneth Paltrow. You know what you did.
Like they're I don't think that they are, because Newly is coming in and doing stealing your business, stealing Depop's business, and I think doing it better. Rent the Runway has been around since 2009. We all kind of know what it is. I'm assuming it's a clothing rental service. They originally started with like ball gowns and shit. And then they started their unlimited rentals, which were you could get as many items of clothing as you wanted for like $125 a month. And you could just send them back and then get them. I used it for about a year when I was fundraising because I didn't have any like workable stuff.
It's great. I've used it for weddings, for all different kinds of events.
Yeah, it was awesome. But I definitely felt like I got like a fair use of it.
Yeah.
And they ended up eliminating that option, that unlimited option. Now they have some other things going.
They were like, oh, wait a second.
Like, wait a
this
second, people
is
are
not as
really using
smart.
this. Yeah. But apparently 75% of people who joined Rent the Runway's unlimited program, their rental program, churned out within a year, which is really bad. That's a like very, very bad return rate. So their business has been in the red for a very long time. They are not profitable yet, Rent the Runway. They actually IPO'd last year and they're still not profitable. And apparently, according to Wells Fargo, in order for this company to be profitable, they have to boost their efficiency and quadruple their subscribers. And basically, like, they have to quadruple their revenue. And that's kind of crazy. That's like, that means the business is not doing well. It's not a healthy and strong business.
Apparently, it's a very healthy dry cleaning service because that's where most of their money goes,
and
is
shipping.
washing the clothes. Yeah.
Yep, and shipping.
But what's so sad about it is I think something like 80% of their customer acquisition was through referral. And they did have a good referral program.
They had a great referral program.
And the only reason I started it and got friends on it was because people raved about it.
Yeah.
So they really just struggled to retain people. And it's sad because I think they really had a shot at a certain point.
Well, and the economics of the business really don't make sense. And here's where Newly is like absolutely winning, because Rent the Runway was going to other designers and buying their clothes at wholesale, or saying like, hey, we can get you distribution to more people. Like, I don't know, like, okay, Jenny Kane, you have a $600 sweater. Well, we'll rent it to people who normally wouldn't buy it, and that might get them to buy it, you know, in the future, the used version of it, right? So they don't have access to clothes at wholesale or below prices. And that's where Urban and Newly have an advantage, because they have access to those wholesale clothes. They also have access to returns.
Yeah.
So the products that get returned that maybe like they can't exactly put out onto a sales floor, they can put into their subscription service. And so people can rent them still, and they still get used. They get about 20, they're used an average of 20 times before they get retired, which is crazy if you think about it, because what do you think like the average cost of something from Anthropologie is? Like probably maybe $80, something like that. So it's probably been marked up 50% because that's like typical in fashion. So it actually maybe costs like $40 for them to make it. So if it costs them $40 to make it and you're paying $88 a month for 6 items, I think that's like $20-ish per item, maybe less.
Yeah.
But multiply that by 20 uses. So this blouse that was worth $40, you're now using 20 times 20. So you're making $400 off of it.
And especially if you're Michelle Pelizon, who loves a good blouse.
As we know from my ads, my ad preferences, blouse.
A few episodes ago, as we discussed. Can't resist a good blouse.
Love a blouse. So Newly's got their returns, which they can use. They can throw into this like rental pool and then make buku cash off of. They've got their wholesale prices and all of their like own designers underneath it that they can throw into their rentals.
Yeah.
And then they have all their sale products. Think about the sales at Urban Outfitters, at Free People, at Anthropologie. Anthropologie, like famously, just a whole room dedicated to sales.
Same with Urban.
Yeah. And so they're just taking those items and basically getting like 20x their value by renting them out to people, which is so smart. Plus, consumers are like, oh, this is more eco-friendly. Now, is it actually eco-friendly? No. But That's a story for another day.
I kind of feel like it's a similar comparison to a lot of brands taking their branding and marketing and bringing it in-house. They're like, wait, we don't want the middlemen, madmen marketing agencies.
Yes.
That era is over. So I kind of feel like it's similar for all of these fashion houses where it's like we need a circular system that is sustainable and actually integrates the life cycle of each product and allows us to optimize for the appropriate margins and not have anyone else control the resale market. And once things are returned in a certain condition, they're just sold secondhand or they're recycled.
Exactly. Yeah. And that's a really good point. Ralph Lauren actually has a very similar, it's called like Lauren style or something.
Same
where
with
it's
Levi's.
All, it's all in the same loop. There's a couple of brands that have done it. I think Ann Taylor does too.
Ganni started to do it with
so
like
smart.
their...
Oh, I would sign up for Ganni.
I know. It's not here yet, but they're starting this trial in their store in Copenhagen, which sounds so cool.
That's amazing.
And you can buy all of the past season stuff that didn't sell. You can take in stuff from 3 years ago and be like, this is certified Ganni. Let me get store credit.
That's really cool. So they launched Newly Thrift, right? Which is like their quote unquote marketplace for their consumers and guests to sell their own clothes, kind of like Depop. But what I think they're going to do is they're going to take the gently used items that have been aged out of the system, that have been used 20 times.
Yep.
Similarly to how Rent the Runway to ThredUp. Remember when we talked about this in like the very first episode, how that's like a secret Rent the Runway? Like you can buy basically the items that have been used too many times and Rent the Runway sells them for like maybe 20% of their actual cost on ThredUp. It's really hard to find, but you can still find it. Just know that that is what Nuuly's going to do. They're going to take these products that are like, you know, worse for the wear. Maybe the zipper doesn't work, blah, blah, blah. And they're going to sell them on Newly Thrift.
Yeah.
And I think this is going to be such a good resale site for this reason.
Yeah.
Plus the urban girls, the girls who are on Depop and boys and theys who loves Depop and also like still kind of likes Urban Outfitters, still kind of is into anthro and that style. I think they're going to really like be attracted to this space. And I foresee homewares being really big on Newly Thrift.
For sure, because urban and anthropology and it's about time that there's a new secondhand curated home. Two things that I think will be interesting in this space are curation, because there's just overflowing options now for secondhand and resale markets that it's really hard to know where to go for what. And so I feel like curation is going to be huge. However people do that, there's so many different ways you could do it, which is cool because I feel like that opens up for the curator type of content creators a whole world of opportunity. But I also am curious with the more luxury stuff. They're really into authenticating and making sure that you're trading in the real authentic brand. Yeah. But I wonder cognitively how our perception of the value of these goods is going to change, because it's really hard once you see you can rent 5 pieces for $80 and then you understand more of the wholesale cost. So cognitively you're like, I don't really feel like I should be paying full price for this, or that it's actually worth that price. Right. Once you see it offered at a different price or resold for a different price in a similar condition.
That's interesting.
I'm curious to see how that will affect our shopping habits in terms of what we're willing to shell out for and what we're not.
Yeah. I mean, I will say since doing Nuuly and I've done both Nuuly and Rent the Runway. I don't do either of them anymore.
Okay. I thought Nuuly was new. I'm
been
so
around
outdated.
Since 2019. Yeah. I wanted to try it because it's a little more youthful than Rent the Runway.
Yeah.
I don't really like buy new stuff.
Yeah, totally.
I pretty much only buy things on Depop, and every now and then I'll be like, oh, I need new jeans.
Do you sell on either? That's my issue right now. Is I don't want to manage the selling process.
I've told you. I mean, we talked about this. We need we need that one person who can be our
can sell it.
Yeah.
But maybe these services will offer some kind of curation, because honestly, Poshmark takes 20%. Depop takes, I think actually Depop takes less, because Nuuly, I'm pretty sure, also takes 20%. Right. And Depop, I think, only takes about 10.
Yeah, Depop is less. What is the
Real takes a shit ton.
Yeah, Real's insane. What's the thrift store that we go to that's by Crossroads?
Yeah, they're great.
Crossroads has a mail-in bag that you can get. I think we've talked about it before. You can just put everything into like basically a trash bag and then send it in, and they give you store credit. You have to use the store credit at Crossroads, but they have good stuff. Yeah, and then they recycle the stuff that they don't keep, so you don't have to like embarrass yourself by going in and be like humbled when they're like, actually, we're gonna take none of this, but thank you so much.
Well, that's the other thing that's interesting. So, are there a lot of value villages here?
What's that?
Okay, maybe it's on the East Coast because I'm pretty sure they're in the US. But for all our Canadian listeners out there, Value Village is kind of like the Goodwill in at least Toronto.
Okay.
There's a lot of them. But there's this TikTok that's going viral calling out Value Village for way overpricing all of its goods because it's fully for profit.
That's like Goodwill. Like
Right.
they'll totally mark stuff up.
Yeah.
Depending on the Goodwill.
Right. But who's managing this? What are these prices? And she calls out just random kitchen appliances that are over $100 that are used and not in great condition,
Whoa.
like fans that are broken, just all this random stuff where you're like, who's managing the price of these used goods? And I think that will be interesting to see also because Crossroads, they determine the price and the commission essentially that you get in cash or store credit because they will give you cash. But with a lot of these brands trying to bring that into the life cycle of the product, it's a way better way for them to control the value of what they're making, which is good for them. But that's going to be interesting to see how the prices are managed.
Right. If you have an Urban Outfitters brand, whatever, that you're listing on the site, if they're like, actually, you're not allowed to list that for less than X, Y, Z.
Right. Because Gucci, for example, has started their own resale where you send something in, it gets validated, whatever. But they really want to control the price of their goods, no matter how used they are. That's so much part of the brand.
Sense. I think that Urban Outfitters and Anthropologie, in my opinion, are like so adjacent to fast fashion because they just have like, they put out so many products.
Pretty much are, I feel like, right?
Yeah. That like, it's less of the value and more about just like staying relevant. And I think that moves like making Nuuly, which is giving them a sort of this halo effect for customers of like, oh, well, now Urban Outfitters is like green.
Yeah.
And Anthropologie is more green. Like they're more eco-friendly. So I'm going to shop there over Zara or whatever. But I think Aritzia should do the same thing.
They should totally do it.
But I mean, the big takeaway for me, Bestie, are you okay? Run the runway. I'm so sorry, but I don't think you're going to survive this.
No, also, especially because now would be the time as everyone's going back into the office, but doesn't sound like it.
No, I think they should go back to their original business model, which is like fancy dresses. I mean, maybe they'll get acquired by the Real. No, they can't. They're public. But sorry, Rent the Runway. Sucks to suck. Nuuly, I mean, y'all go get on that Nuuly thrift app. And I just think this is like an interesting perspective for the sort of eco generation of like Gen Z who really cares about the environment. I mean, on the flip side, Shein just got a $100 million investment, which brings their company valuation to $100 billion. So obviously people aren't not shopping fast fashion. It's just interesting what we how we'll like greenwash basically. Because, oh, by the way, like we briefly touched on the fact that like these rental services aren't actually more eco-friendly.
No, they
like,
use so much more energy.
Right, exactly.
And also Urban Outfitters is a cousin to Shein.
Yeah, exactly. I'm all for thrifting. More thrift stuff, more options, more resale platforms, more Mercari.
More Mercari, but also a better Facebook Marketplace alternative place.
What if Facebook just like completely pivoted from Meta to Facebook Marketplace?
That's what they should do.
They're like, you know what? We're shutting everything down but Facebook Marketplace.
That's where their business has gone.
Honestly?
In the past 2 years.
They could be the new Craigslist.
Yeah, they are, pretty much.
They are, because there's so many old people that use it.
And it's also sketchy motherfuckers trying to scam you.
Oh my gosh, Ethan got scammed on something.
I got scammed on Facebook Marketplace early days. Yeah.
What happened?
I mean, it was kind of my fault, I guess. I paid the person a deposit because I was trying to secure it. I didn't lose that much money, but I was like, I don't know, that also seems okay. And they weren't far away from me in LA, but then they ghosted me. It sucked.
Wow, that's like an apartment phishing scam.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Anyway, I can't wait to watch it develop. Hey, it's Michelle, just dropping in real quick. If you've been feeling creatively stuck, I have got some good news for you. We created Quantum Con, the Get Shit Done weekend, expressly for you, dear listener. Quantum Con is our 2-day immersive weekend experience on April 30th and May 1st right here in sunny LA. And we really wanted to make this event, well, mostly because you requested it and we wanted to make something for you, but also because we've been there before, that feeling of being at the edge of feeling burnt out, of having projects that you're really excited about, but just can't seem to get going on, and feeling like you're kind of in this feedback loop of always being really busy, but never actually getting anything done. And for us as a team, we found that taking the time to just put our head down, do some deep work, and kind of get into, not to sound cheesy, the vortex really makes a huge difference, not just on what we're able to create, but how we feel about our work and what we're here to do. So that's what we've done with Quantum Con. We have programmed it. I've literally thought of everything from breakfast and healthy lunch and all the snacks you could possibly desire, to immersive workshops where you can ask questions and get help, to a $400 swag bag that is just chock full of goodies that are going to help keep you motivated and focused, cozy, and really like in the zone, for lack of a better word. It's going to be such an amazing weekend. As a heads up, spots are limited. We're just trying to keep everyone safe and healthy, and we're really excited about this. We want to do more. So if you're excited about Quantum Con, you want it to come to your city, send your friends to LA. And if you're in LA or nearby, or you want to make a weekend trip of it, we'd love to have you. You can sign up at holisticism.party and you can learn more there.
They've done studies, 60% of the time, it works every time.
Okay, saw this thing that I needed us to try desperately.
Yes.
Vivu.
Right.
It was a pee stick.
Yeah.
I got an ad for it. Pee on a stick. It tells you how your nutrition is. And I was like, this has to be a scam. I must try it immediately. I also assumed it was going to be so expensive, and it was actually super affordable. It's a urine data test, maybe obviously because you pee on the stick, maybe not obviously, but they give you like an overall wellness score. And then they have a bunch of different things that they're testing. So your water, your pH, if you're acidic or basic, your kidney function, your ketones, your nitrates, your liver function, and then you can also unlock magnesium, calcium, vitamin C, oxidative stress, salinity, and a couple of other things that you need, I think, like a special version of the strips for. So you need new strips for them that we didn't have. I got our strips off Amazon.
I also thought it was going to be a scam. So I did it twice within, I think, an hour.
Did you get different answers?
Slightly.
Explain what it's like. What is it?
Okay, so I will say very user-friendly, well-designed.
Yep.
Great packaging. You open it up, you have 2 pee sticks. It clearly tells you to download the app. It's very fast to make an account. The instructions on how to do it are very fast.
The instant gratification, it like scratches it, you know?
Absolutely.
It's like, okay, great.
Which is why I'm also like, this can't be real. But okay.
No. Yeah.
So you pee on the stick, you take a photo of it, and you
it has
wait.
like 6 little like basically
Quadrants.
squares.
Yeah.
And they're different colors, and then they change colors when you pee on them.
Also satisfying.
Yeah.
We
was
love
like,
to
"What's
see a
it
science
mean?"
project.
Yeah. And I was like, maybe this is fake. Like maybe it's just
It's all for effect.
right. But it has to be based on the color because that's what it's scanning.
Yes.
Because you take a picture of the stick.
And then you get your results essentially in 90 seconds.
Yeah, which is again so satisfying.
Yeah.
For the TikTok generation.
This is true. Instant gratification. Instant health results.
Exactly.
I did it twice and I got a 9 out of 10 score and was like, that can't be
I got a 9
right.
out of 10 score too.
That was my first pee stick of the morning. And then maybe an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours later, had more caffeine. I think I got a 7 out of 10.
Oh, wow.
And my dehydration was down 2 points. My alkalinity was down 3 points.
Oh, yeah. I was not alkaline. That's what I learned from this. Like, I'm acidic.
Oh, interesting. Turns out I'm slightly basic, a little bit alkaline.
Are you mad?
Yeah.
You mad that you're a little basic?
A little exposed by this app. And with my slightly alkaline body, I have increased risk for UTIs and kidney stones.
Wait, rude. Because my acidic body says muscle wasting and slowed weight loss because I'm acidic.
Rude.
I know.
Well, you're already
Sorry,
snatched.
I can't be perfect.
It has some suggestions for how to improve my pH.
Uh-huh.
And they also have some jokes.
Okay. Okay, yeah.
They tell me exactly what you need are eggs.
Okay.
Your urine is more alkaline than normal. You should eat acidic food to balance your acidity. Add boiled eggs or an omelet to your breakfast plate. I mean, I've been told that before.
You've been told you need eggs? Yeah. I just don't believe in basic versus acidic, like on principle. Like I don't think that we can be basic or acidic. Like we are both all the time in our bodies. Like our quote unquote body pH is like it's different depending on the organ.
Yeah.
So I would rather them be like, when we say this is like quote unquote acidic, that means that you've just like had a lot of carbs.
Right.
Or like you need more protein or something like that, because this makes it feel like fake to me. But the rest of the stuff I really liked. Like I liked knowing that I was at my optimal water level. And I thought it was really interesting that my ketones changed. So I peed on the strip one afternoon and then the next morning after not eating. And my ketones changed, which is like what would happen if you're when you're fasting, your ketones go up. This app, you also put in like what kind of diet you want to be eating. So if I'd said, oh, I want to be in ketosis for health purposes, then it would tell me like, oh, you're not in ketosis, you want to be. In this case, it said you have ketones in your blood, which means that you're not getting enough glucose. So make sure that you eat something, like you break your fast, which I thought was really interesting. And I also really liked the liver function. Like I thought that was pretty cool because mine changed from day to day, and I like took some of the suggestions that they recommended. So I think like overall, this was really interesting to me to like see how different foods impacted my body when I like took the suggestions that they gave me. But I want to try the other strips and see the calcium, magnesium, vitamin C, and oxidative stress. I'd also be really curious about the salinity because I always crave salt, like always, constantly, all the time. But you can also pair this, I just saw, with your Apple Health. So you
That's
can
cool.
like see your heart rate if you have it in your sleep and your activity and like pair all of it together. I think this is a cool little app. This like feels empowering versus calorie counting or something.
Well, I'm now curious to do this over a longer period of time.
Yeah.
Like over a month and kind of see how it tracks with actually what's happening in my life, because I didn't realize that I'm overhydrated.
Oh, that's interesting.
So
Maybe that's why you're so alkaline.
Yeah, it says that you've consumed more fluid than your body needs. In the long term, excess water can cause headaches, fatigue, and numbness.
But that can make actually sense. Like that can mess up your hormones.
I do drink a lot of water and liquids.
You have to do element. That's why element's so good, because you're like potassium, magnesium, all of your minerals are out of balance if you drink too much water.
So what the fuck, man?
God damn it! I can't win.
I thought I was being a good student. I was drinking so much water. Well, that's what they're saying. I need more potassium. Guess what? I haven't had element for a whole 48 hours. So maybe that's what's going on.
That is the problem. Oh, it looks like you can buy the single, like, so we got 4 of the little pea strips on Amazon, but you can get a subscription for $29 a month. Oh, it only gives you 12 sticks. Okay, so Wallace, would you shop it again? Would you try it? What do you think?
Yeah, now I kind of want to try it over a longer period of time.
Yeah.
And track it with like what's going on.
Yeah, I will say the branding's like it's like
kind of what I
2007.
expect. I'm not really expecting the sexy. I'm like, this is very clinical.
That's right. It's a little lame, but I kind of feel like that means you're in good hands.
Yeah, I'm like, this is exactly what
They're
I
not
expect.
slick. They did not have Red Antler do their branding.
Nope.
They're not Athletic Greens,
Nope.
and that's a good thing. Okay, out of 5 pea strips, how many strips would you give it?
4.
Nice.
I enjoyed the experience.
Me
Very
too.
user friendly.
Honestly, I think I'd give it 5. Like,
Yeah.
I think I would probably, I'm probably going to buy more of these.
They did a good job at overall making the barrier to entry very seamless.
So easy.
A
Yeah.
great customer experience.
Yeah, and like not making me feel bad about my acidity.
Nope.
So
Or my overhydration.
we're not sponsored, but open to it. Vivu, go try them.
Vivu,
Go check them
so-
out.
I cannot keep popping my pussy at this rate. It's unsustainable.
I connected my health app on my phone, and I'm distracted by the fact that it said my sleep quality wasn't very good. I'm like, how do you know?
How do you know? Bitch,
Yeah.
how do you know?
You weren't with me
You
in
weren't there?
bed.
It's probably because
I
they
put
like
you
know how
away.
much you're using your phone when you're not using your phone. They're like, that must be when she's asleep, and you're probably using your phone a shit ton.
Well, it says time in bed, and then it says sleep quality.
How do they know that?
I don't know.
You don't have
don't
an
even know
Apple
when
Watch.
I
Are you
got
getting
in
an
bed.
Apple Watch?
No, I have an old one, which I'm going to trade in for other Apple cash.
Accoutrement.
Yes. Apple produit.
You know, I looked for a little step tracker,
Yeah.
and there used to be Michael Kors used to make like really cute step trackers,
Yeah.
like that.
Why can't
that were
anyone
just
make a
bracelets,
nice one?
and they like discontinue them. They
No.
don't make them anymore.
I want Timex, who makes those classic silver and gold ones. They also
Ethan
have
has one.
Yeah, the black ones. Where's your step counter, Timex?
Yeah, I just
Maybe
want
they
like a
have one.
bangle. Like,
Yeah.
is that so
A
hard?
bangle? You want a
A
bangle?
bangle. On a Delphi.
Want a bangle?
I'm sending the wire. My father's wiring the money.
Why aren't you wearing Chanel?
That's how you pull.
Pull. Well, what kind of bangle? Who you want to make the bangle? Timex would not make a bangle.
I want like what I'm wearing. I want Catbird to make a bangle. I want it to be like, I don't even want you to know that it's doing
I want it to
that.
be invisible.
Yeah, because I was walking on my little treadmill. I'm trying to do at least 2 miles a day on my treadmill while I'm like, reading or whatever. But my phone doesn't track it. So my phone's like, you lazy piece of shit. You've been sitting all day. Because I don't have my phone in my pocket when I'm walking on the treadmill.
Your
Doing my
phone's
work.
jealous. Your phone's like, why aren't you carrying? Why aren't?
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, I
So
need a
many
little
into
step
the pocket.
tracker. And then I was Googling for cute little step trackers that don't look like Fitbits, that are so, like, they're just not cute. I don't like them.
There aren't really any.
There's nothing. There's nothing out there. I'm wondering if you could get like an Apple tag. You know, like the kind that they have
Like
for
the
dogs.
tile?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's called a microchip. You just like insert it into your arm.
You just like put it in through your eyeball. And
They also have these ones that go into the top of your head.
yeah, you can actually just like plug in the back of your neck.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen the movie The Matrix. It's a documentary.
You could be in or you could be out.
Yeah, and then I was just like, that's so stupid, Michelle. You can just keep track of your steps in your brain. Like I don't need that.
Well, it is kind of weird that there aren't that many options.
That's what I thought too. It's like, why does Fitbit own this market so much? Or like Garmin. Like it is like extreme. Like that's what I used to wear as an ultra marathoner. I don't want an athletic band.
No. My refrain is always like, we're going to space, but you can't make different Fitbits.
But you can't make the Fitbit cute?
There is no male contraception.
Sorry. Hold on. Wait a second.
Can you walk me through that?
Roll the tape back for me for a second.
We can eat food and shower in space, but there is
But we're running out of water?
Yeah.
The stuff we pee into? Yeah. Sorry.
There's no alternative tracker. There's no way to stop the sperm. It's all our fault.
If people insist on us being healthy, can they at least make it be cute?
Make it cute.
It's
Make it sexy. Make it
yeah,
fashionable.
when I tell you, I spent like a good 2 hours Googling this. I was on like an ADHD hyperfixation. I even got to Poshmark and the version of the Michael Kors little band thing that's very cute that they don't make anymore. That's discontinued. But then I found it on Poshmark and then I was like, okay.
Is it going to work still?
I don't
Is
know.
it like an old USB-C?
Right, exactly. I mean, is this like a floppy disk?
Yeah.
You know? Ancient. So I didn't get it. And it was still like $100. And I was like, I don't want this if it's $100 and it's used. Sorry, you sweat on it?
That is not the market rate.
I've never found something on Poshmark where I'm like, good deal.
No, there are no deals on Poshmark.
There's no deals. People are like ruthless there.
Yeah.
Sellers are like, I think this is extremely valuable. And you're like, it is 7 years old. It's a chevron tie.
Yeah.
Like, what are you talking about?
I mean, to bring it full circle back to our conversation about Value Village, that's what people are upset about. They're calling out all of these resale stores being like, you're selling it for more than what it is new.
Yep.
This is not math.
Also, like, not the function of Goodwill and Valley Village, which is supposed to be to like help people who can't afford.
No.
You know.
Also, so rude. You think I'm dumb?
I think I'm fucking stupid. I have the World Wide Web.
Yeah.
I don't need a Kelly Blue Book.
Yeah.
I need to just
Don't disrespect your customers.
seriously
Respect us.
Well, like, I don't want to get an Apple Watch. Is what I've all the way. Let's land this plane. It's connected to Apple and your Apple Health, and I'm like, yeah, okay, I do like. That would be nice to have. I would like to know how much I'm walking, how much I'm sleeping, but Apple Watches are so ugly to me.
And they're uncomfortable for me. I have a really old one now, but I did try and wear it for a while, and I just don't like how heavy it is.
Yeah.
People love it, but I would almost rather just somehow have a constant pocket for my phone. So maybe I just need underwear with phone pockets.
Oh, there you go. That's right. The classic.
Just like
The front tuck.
yeah,
That's what you could call them.
yeah,
You could call it the French tuck.
French tuck. You know what it reminds?
Can you imagine you're like networking with someone and you're like, oh, give me your phone number. And you just like pull your phone out of the front of your underwear and give it to them. And there's like condensation on the screen.
Like 1 second.
Sorry, hold on.
It also reminds me of, I don't know if you had this happen to you, but I always had my aunt give me, every time I traveled anywhere, she would give me one of those traveler's belts.
Oh, yes.
So it's supposed to be
goes
like
under
under
your
your
shirt so
garment.
you don't get anything stolen.
stolen. Yeah. She'd
Classic.
be like, don't forget, put your passport, your phone, and your money in there. And I had like 6 of them. All like 2 years apart that all look the same and are like super unsexy. I'm like, maybe I should start using it.
Honestly, I love a fanny pack.
Yeah. A stealth fanny pack. Let's go old school.
Why not? 90s are back.
Why is it that hard to make a not ugly Oura ring?
Right. I just
They're so
literally want a
ugly.
step tracker. Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't have to be fancy. It doesn't have to take my temperatures. I just want it to be like either a little bang.
pendant.
Yeah, a little tiny little pendant. Or I want it to be just like a
bangle.
little bangle. Like us on my wrist.
Just a little one.
Yeah. Or like, I don't know, a signet ring.
Why not? Fuck yeah.
Like, what? Come
Why
on.
can't
Come on,
this-
technology.
Like, this could be a tracker.
Exactly. Marjorie.
Maduri. Yeah, Maduri, step up.
All right. Get it together.
Get to batting
Demi Fine
plate.
Jewelers. We're sending out the bat signal.
Step up to the plate.
I want to be fashionable, but also I want to be well.
I
Okay.
want to be fash and fit. Make it happen.
Come on. Oh my God. I truly do feel like we're circling all the way back to like 2008. Fashionable and fit.
Fashion.
Honestly, Lululemon apparently is doing gangbusters, and
I
they
know.
should do a
What's
step
going on with
counter.
that?
They should definitely do a step. I think it would probably be, you know, those like kind of like your scrunchie, but with
I
like
want
a
a
little
scrunchie.
thing. Yeah,
Step
I would.
counter.
Dude, that's
Wait.
actually a really good step counter because you like put your hair up and you put
Or
your
you
little...
wear it on your wrist.
Exactly. Yeah. Wait a second. We're gonna take that. We're taking that. No, nobody else take that one. That's
Nobody
ours. Just kidding. You can take it. We have too many businesses.
There's a lot going on
Yeah.
here.
Listen, we are at capacity.
But
What you could do is you could get that little apple thing and you could put it on that sort of like, what is that called? A fob.
a key fob.
Yeah.
That could work for those really cool people who always walk around with their keys dangling on their little carabiner chain.
Yeah. Traditionally, very cool people do have a carabiner, or it's janitor chic.
Janitor chic.
Yeah. Actually, I kind of like the fob idea for the hair. Like, I think that's kind of cool because you could put it around your wrist. You could change out the colors if you wanted to. And then you could just like put it in your pocket if it's really not working for you,
Be a little.
with your outfit.
No.
Honestly, any of these athleisure brands like Set Active, like Aloe, they really should think about a step counter or like some chic step counter because I think that's a really good sort of like alternative market to get into. Plus, you can get your users' data. Not that we want to like encourage data mining, but
Out of Lululemon, Aloe,
that active.
Set Active,
Actually, you know who should do this? Bala.
Bala Bangles.
Bangles.
Bala Bangles.
Bala should totally make a step counter.
They should.
I'm shocked that they don't already have one.
Out of all of those people, who do we think is going to be first to market step counter?
Bala, because they already have like
They're already into.
they already know how to make that
tech.
kind of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. They're
But they
into
like
products.
Exactly. Or Aloe. Lululemon has more money than Aloe.
I mean, they did acquire the mirror. Maybe the mirror will turn
That's right.
into the pocket
you know
mirror.
What? Tiny. It's a compact mirror. Actually, it's just a locket.
You go everywhere
It's
with
a ring.
it.
With a teeny tiny mirror on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that actually would be a really smart segue.
A makeup step
Lululemon.
counter.
No, Lululemon should make a step counter that pairs with the mirror. Yeah, because then you'd have all of your health stats, like when you walk in the door and it's like, hey, you walked 5 miles today. Like, you really shouldn't do a crazy HIIT workout.
You should feel really bad about yourself because you didn't hit 40.
You lazy piece of shit. Take off those Align pants now. So
Who do you think's going to be next?
Who do I think is going to be next?
No, dear listeners, dear readers.
Who do you think would do it?
I agree with Bala. I think that makes the most sense.
To expand their range.
Yeah, because I feel like Aloe Yoga doesn't make sense. They're in the apparel industry. Lululemon and Bala.
Yeah,
Ooh.
Bala would be good because I think they encourage walking culture with
Yeah.
those, like, with all of their little weights and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, they're like low impact exercise, and we know that that's trending. Like, low impact exercise is not going anywhere, you guys. Like, horizontal exercise, not going anywhere.
Newsflash.
The people want it.
Walking is in.
Walking, so hot right now.
Walking's back. Everybody?
But can we just get rid of Fitbit? It's so ugly.
Are
Sorry if you
people
have
like
one.
them though. I
People
think
love them.
yeah, if you're a Fitbit stan, you're like a serious stan. People seem to love and then hate the Whoop.
Yeah, I hated it.
Yeah, people don't
I found
like
it
that.
today in my junk drawer.
Where all good step counters go to die.
It's just ugly.
Wow,
Anyways.
dear readers, let us know what you think.
Oh my gosh, beautiful roses. I'm throwing roses, 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 roses. Oh.
What should we give away this week? I think we should give away Bala bands. There's Bala bangles.
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 Whoa, they've got a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
This Bala beam thing,
Yeah.
it's kind of cool.
I like everything that they make. I think it's all cool.
This power ring is pretty sick.
The power ring is really cool. It's also really heavy.
Man, talk about a great
Just smart business.
and also marketing team and design.
Yeah.
Bala, not sponsored.
But open to it. Yeah. So everyone, did you know that we give away shit on this podcast pretty much every week?
Because we love you.
We like you a lot. And we also really like it when you give us a review. Because when you review our podcast, 5 stars, it helps more people find it. And it also helps us continue to make this thing because we do not charge you for it.
And it also helps us know what you like and what you want to hear more of.
Yeah.
And how we're doing. We appreciate the feedback.
Yeah, totally. We just want to make things you love and that we love. And if you're not following us on Instagram, go follow Good For You Pod because we're also stepped up our game there recently.
It's kind of a lot of fun.
It's kind of
The
really good time.
discussion is furthered on the gram.
It's true. And that's also where we like to hear from you and take your suggestions on products to try. We actually have a product coming next week that we're supposed to try. The crystal eraser thing, the arm hair eraser.
Oh, can't wait.
So we review things so you don't have to use your sweet, sweet cash dollars on them. And we can and tell you if it's worth it. But that's all to say, this week we are giving away a set of Bala bangles. So
These
go
are
ahead.
fucking cool.
They're really cool. I really like, there's a pair that's like speckled.
Oh, fun.
There's
I like how sleek the black ones look.
Yeah.
Shocker.
They're all so cute.
Yeah.
So go ahead and leave us a review on Apple Podcasts, and we will announce the winner next week. Just as a heads up, recommend trying to leave the review ASAP because we do
They take a
record-
minute also
they-
to show
they-
up.
and we record this podcast earlier in the week so we can edit it and send it out to you every Friday. But we can't wait to hear what you like. Actually, if you want to, if you're like scared that the podcast review is not going to go up in time, you can also
scared.
just take a screenshot and DM it to me.
Please do that
Good
because
for
that
you,
has
pod.
happened before. And
Yeah.
we don't
wanna
want to
make
miss
sure that
you.
you win. It's usually also pretty easy to win, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Competition isn't too fierce.
It's not too fierce. We got loyal fans, but we're growing.
Yeah.
So
And if
you
you
get in on the ground floor.
If you haven't already reviewed the podcast, we'd really appreciate it if you did, if you're still listening. And if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and smash that subscribe button.
Helps us so much. We
Mhm.
love you.
We love you so much. And we'll see you next week.
Have a great summer.
Don't change.
Or do. On this week's episode,
Friends don't let friends rent the runway.